Good evening, all. Ira Epstein with your Metal Market Wrap-Up, and this wrap-up is for the evening as we're now here on Wednesday, and this is the 15th of March, 2023, about 6:33 p.m. Central Time. Lots going on. Remember, tomorrow, unfortunately, Miss Lagarde has the duty of coming out and setting monetary policy for the European Union in the midst of all this craziness. Some think she'll back off and not go with her 50 basis points. I don't see why she wouldn't. She has some cover. If you take a look at energy prices, they have collapsed. And inflation, which is a major component, energy being a major component of inflation in Europe, she's got the cover of that. But she did say she's going to go. So is she going to say, well, I would have gone, but because inflation has fallen and all these events, we can afford to wait and see what the impact is it lasting? She could do that. Will it hurt her reputation? I don't think so. Do I think she'll do it? No, but she could. So be aware of that. And you saw that in the swing in the euro currency today, which went from its upper Bollinger Band to its lower Bollinger Band like nothing. Now, as you know, we're on a witch hunt in the world. We're looking for weak banks. We are picking up stones and we're turning them over and going, is there anything under there I should be worried about? And moving on all over the place. In a bit of craziness, SVB apparently might be suing people that have left the bank because if they took a loan out for their tech company or whatever the bank lent them money on, some of the covenants said that you had to keep your banking at SVB. And SVB has the right to enforce that. Now, I do know that the bank, as we knew it, there's a shell of it. The shareholders are wiped out and the bondholders, maybe. I want to use the word maybe very carefully. Everybody thinks everything's broke. Because of what's happened in the bonds and the notes, the value, the real value, forget face value, the real value of the securities have gone up. Because they're inverse. When the interest rates are going higher, the value, let's assume you owned a $10,000 note, maybe it's down to $9,200, depending on where it was issued, the issuing price, and so on. But now we've seen interest rates take a tumble. The numbers have gone back up. Now, I didn't say that they're back to where the day they were issued, but I am saying very clearly they've gone up in value across the board. And that gives value to it. So as the liquidation process takes place, you might find that after everything's done at the bank, there is money left for the shareholder and the bondholders. We'll see what happens. Nothing's a given just yet. Notice they haven't found anybody to take over these banks. That bothers me tremendously. There's a reason people aren't stepping up to buy it. I don't know what the reason is, but it's there. We do see, and I saw it yesterday, Citadel stepped in and did a massive buy in Northeastern Bank. They waited for their opportunity, step in. If you think the bank's in good shape, you do it. At the same time, what caused today's craziness in the markets and crashes in many cases was the fact that Credit Suisse, a major bank that's always in trouble in Europe, always. I don't remember this bank having a clean record. It seems to always be in trouble. The Saudis said no more. We're not giving any more capital. Now, they said that they're at 9.8% ownership and over 10% in Europe. You've got to get more involved with the regulators. They don't want to do it through their funds, blah, blah. They probably just don't want to throw more good money after bad. But it created a definite situation for Switzerland. And they had to step up, as our banks did, and offer a backstop, which they did late in the day. And it's the reason that gold is down a little bit. It's the reason you're bouncing in the stock market a little bit as well. Please keep that in the back of your mind. This too will pass. Not every bank is weak. I have every faith that the bank auditors are out there on the phones, doing their job, working with U.S. banks that they're worried are niche banks, and there's plenty of them. And plenty, they keep mentioning, and they're right, commercial real estate, and you get these B and C buildings in big cities that are empty. How secure are those loans? That's what you got to start worrying about. And I wrote about that in my report today. You can see how you're still coming up, though, in the bonds and notes. So the interest rates are still under pressure. Now, as we come to the gold market, you can see how the market did correct and go back a while ago, and we can show where this was. This didn't just happen. Back here on the week of February 24th, go look at my weekly videos that are up there. I said, now we're back to where the market has to make a decision. What does it want to do? This is an important correction. The week after you got a bounce, and now the key to me was not to get back under the 24th low and close under that, because now you might get a pattern of higher lows, higher highs developing. And it's exactly what took place. But you're now at a resistance point. You've been here, you've done that, you're back in the resistance. Does this market have legs? You got to think about that. That's a close-only chart. When you come up to the daily bar chart, here you are. Now, I am going to move to the June very shortly. Obviously, this is already the 15th. You know, my clients, they don't want to take delivery of gold, so we got to move away from the April, and we'll go into the June contract. I'm waiting for the open interest and volume to be there. Take note of today's pattern in the market. It's called an outside day up. I created a course for you that is specific to outside days because they tell you a lot. Is it a continuation pattern? Or if you take out the lows of today on Thursday or Friday, what does that mean? The course is on our website under the word education, outside day course at iraepstein.com. As we finish up here, you can see how the market's sitting there. It's getting into this resistance area. The market is also at the Bollinger Band top. I'm telling you, I think the pros are coming out here, not buying. I think they're coming out against that number, and you're overbought. Gold-silver ratio. Back down. For a moment there, silver got under. Now it's back over it. Market's wobbling. It's trying to figure out what it does. Before I go any further, I ask a favor of you. I do these for you regularly. The least you could do is, if you like them, give me the thumbs up. Could you do that? All you do is push the bottom of the page. You see it. Thumbs up helps us with the algorithms. All right. When we look at silver, let's assume you were sitting next to me and you paid me a fee so you can spend the day with me, and I'm going to train you in the trading. Market comes up and you're getting today up to the 100-day average and the upper Bollinger Band. And let's assume you had been long silver, whatever way you did it. Do I want you to keep holding that position when you're not embedded? What does embedded mean? I had a gentleman write that on this on YouTube. Embedded is when the two numbers that make up the slow stochastic are going sideways over an 80 level or sideways under a 20 level. On my course, same area, we just talked outside, the Enhanced Bollinger Band course teaches you all about this. It is a super powerful tool. You're not embedded. The market's up to key resistance. The odds favor that you are not going to get over and stay over that upper Bollinger Band. If you do, it's only 5% of the time. Why are you hanging around? I know why you're hanging, because what's going on is just going to get worse every morning, and the world's going to end, and you caught the trade of your lifetime, and it's going to $28, $30, $35. Sure. In the copper market lower highs, lower lows, and again, you're down to the Bollinger Band, the 100-day average. The suckers want to own it under there on a short position. I don't. The market's oversold. It's here. The money's been made. If it goes lower, congratulate the guy that held on. I'm not going to be that guy. In the platinum market, there's not a trend. You have a lower low, a higher high. Let's review. Come back with me. Come on. Let's go one more day. You get an outside day up. The market takes off with all this craziness. You hit the upper 100-day average in the Bollinger Band. Are you coming out of the market? You're overbought. What do you think you should do? Well, here's what you left on the table. Are you getting it? Now, you're going to say, I had a peanut just now. You're going to say, rightly so, okay, I'm going to go short. That's not what I teach. And the reason is, that's like saying I'm going to go long and hit the Bollinger Band. That's not what it's about. If it embeds, there's ways to stay with it. If it doesn't, what makes you think it has to bounce? What it has to do is stay 95% of the time in the bands. Got it? That's what it has to do. And anything else you do with it, it's waiting for you to do the wrong thing. Just don't do the wrong thing. That's what I teach. You can obviously change this any way you want and put on any spin you want. I'm very comfortable the way I teach it. In the palladium market, it's a shame it didn't get up there, but now it's neutral. So is this market bullish or bearish? Well, right now it's neither. You have a higher high and this low's lower than that low, and momentum's flat. Nothing going on there. What about the dollar index? What do you do the first time you hit the Bollinger Band and you come down and you're oversold? You're out. Now, there are other numbers I use. I don't show them in these videos. I show them in my morning videos. And to get them, it's so simple. All you need to do is go to our website, iraepstein.com, or you can click up here at any point, and you'll be able to go right into the area where we call it our research. And just come in there, join, and away you go. It's that simple. And in the mornings I'm doing this. We have 3 different research packages. I think you'll learn a lot. I think you'll enjoy what we do. I enjoy doing it, obviously, so I think you'll have a ball the way I teach. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day. Miss Lagarde, let's see how you come out in the morning. Take care.